D20. I'll put my chest up there.
That was the wrong one. Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. Before we jump in the action, we do have open slots available. We have one slot available in the Tuesday early campaign that Ace is going to be playing in. Zen is returning to the community playing in. Lewin, the previous Mika, is going to be playing in. And a new community member, and Veloray. So, if you want to be the sixth person in that game, there's no option. It's going to be fucking chaotic. It's going to be awesome. You want to be a member in that one. In addition to that, we also have a open slot available in the Tuesday evening campaign. That is the high-level one where they are trying to find all of the phylacteries of Trent Ickathon in order to destroy him, in order to hopefully save the realm from more devastation from this ongoing battle that is happening in Exandria. And on the other hand, our Sunday game now has 2 slots available inside of it, where they are currently working on killing the number 1 Volstrucker, the greatest asset Trent has other than his immortality, number 1 who's referred only as Eyes. And they are doing this in order to help out and maybe ingratiate themselves into other Zemnians to get a stronger foothold against this war and kill them from the inside. But I believe that's going to be all my shameless self-promoting. Asa, we can talk about it after the session. But I do need to keep you into Tuesday just so that game actually happens. Okay, just sorry. If it's an or thing, I'm sorry, no. But anyways, that's going to be everything. Go ahead, Guy. Give me that recap. Oh, and by Guy, I mean Gator.
We begin the session in Spalding, discussing what to do next. Our most reasonable course of action after just going to the next town and toppling the government is to follow up on a lead that Glenn had come to us with, being a series of books he wants to explore the basis behind, thinking it's somehow important to his own backstory. Discussing which book we should investigate first, we go with, I believe, Tales of a Sunken City.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Whispers of the Sunken Realm.
Yeah. God damn it.
This
Anyway,
handout.
I forgot it existed.
That's why I'm showing you, to help you.
Thank you.
Yeah, jeez. My job is to help you guys ruin my games. But anyway, yeah, keep going.
We realized that the location that this book takes place in is relatively close to Spalding in sort of regional sense. So we decide that our best course of action is to teleport to Alona and make our way up to Claytel after that. We do just that, gathering up the portion of the party that is indisposed or not indisposed, and teleport to Alona. We then go to a wagon dealership apparently and get our wagon absolutely pimped out. We got cup holders and everything. We then travel towards what is assumed to be a ferry crossing, where we notice a group of people that are definitely not suspicious and definitely not robbing the ferryman, not posing, definitely the ferryman there, and then discuss what to do with him, or rather Reese decides to not call them out, and in fact makes a deal with a ferryman, in air quotes, when we get our wagon onto the ferry and cross over. Oddly enough, they all live to tell the tale. We then proceed to go to the little in-between area of Owl's Den and Bear's Den, where we spot a giant bear, the head about the size or like larger than the entire wagon, poking its head out of one of the caves in Bear's Den. After a good few hours of traveling and seeing a sign that says "Avoid the tree line, it is rutting season." Yes, Asa, yes. We then come across a individual, if the handout is to be correctly believed, Megakira Relivar, a ranger, who offers us an egg in these trying times. That being an egg of a giant owl about the size of a football. Also, he offers an omelet and a place to rest for the night. We have a discussion on what to do, or rather, we have a discussion about the area where we try and probe him for some information about the lake in which the books take, in which the book takes most of its place in. We find out that he has been attacked sometimes. We find out that he had a run-in with a Spalding. It's all good stuff. He offers us an omelet. It's all good. He then points us in the direction of his cousin, I believe the relation was.
Mm-hmm. You are correct.
Inara, who he calls a big cuckoo, saying that she has met the titular character of the book, or at least somebody named the same thing. We then spend the night there, and then proceed to get on our way. With relatively little to bother us on the way to Claytel, we meet up with a little caravan manned by a dwarf, I believe. The only thing I've noticed is that Reese buys a chunk of obsidian from them. After getting to Claytel, Reese gets a culture shock experience where everyone is nice for some fucking reason. We then, discussing how to get to the little island the Bog Witch, air quotes, is placed in, the cousin of the elf. We hear that we should talk to a guy named Gareth, a old fisherman human, discussing how to come across Gareth and how to talk to him. They begin arguing, and somebody just walks up to the nearest fisherman and says, "Hey, where's Gareth?" Being pointed directly at Gareth. We then talk to Gareth, who seems to be preoccupied, just being a helping hand. We ask him about the lake. He gives us this definitely not a clue, old drunk tale of some lights in the water when he was younger. We then ask him how to get to Anira's place, and he says, "Oh God, why do you want to go there?" And then says, "If you want to go there, I can give you a ride. You just have to give me a drink or something." And somebody just hands him a bunch of silver and says, "Hey, buy her a drink. We don't really have any." We then sail all the way to Anira's little hut. She greets us like a mad woman. Essentially a completely... I say mad woman. She greets us and has not seen human interaction in at least 3 years. She however offers us some jambalaya or gumbo. Which one? Jambalaya. She offers up some jambalaya, and that tempts Gareth, who we find out used to be betrothed to her until something
They had
happened.
a relationship. They weren't betrothed.
Well, that's what he said.
He said that? No, they were never engaged. It's just they were...
don't know. I remember you saying something about that, but maybe that was her saying it.
As the younger kids would say, they were just talking.
Anyway, we then begin essentially interrogating her under the guise of just, meal talk. And we come across that she has a first edition copy of Whispers of a Sunken Citadel.
Whispers of the Sunken Realm.
God damn it.
It's the first one.
I swear to God, I hear the name and I forget it.
Whispers.
Anyway, yeah, I got 80%. I'm sorry. No, we discover she has a first edition copy, even signed by the writer. And we discover that the titular character, or not titular, it's not titular. We discover the character in the book, or at least their real life counterpart, really wanted to get away from this lady for some completely unexplainable reason. I believe that's where we left off. After Gareth proceeds to fuck off to just eat the rest of his soup on the boat.
Another thing, Reese did ask for permission to draw a teleportation circle so that your resident wizard as well as Monkey could come over. Monkey, you stayed back with her since she was going to be going and interacting with some of the people in what was previously known as the Grovelers District. So she needed your help to, ingratiate more with them. They're still off-put by the idea of dealing with nobility compared to what they're used to, but with you as the representative, it helps smooth things over, more or less. And that was the last wrap-up thing you guys had to do before you got to go out, as was told to you, in order to pursue this knowledge of Glenn, your trusted acolyte's history pertaining to these books. So, Reese, you draw your circle, and now you have to alert Cat.
I'm going to send a sending while I'm drawing it, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to send a sending to Cat that says, Cat, really important information that you might be interested in. It's about Glenn. I believe it has to do with his past. I know and that's it. And I'll send another one. Interested. Let me know if you are available, and message Monkey for me, please. Thank you. And then I'll just stop with those words.
Alrighty. So, she will reply to you. Duh, I think it'll be good if we come through and, we should look more into this. Should be magical things. I will fetch Monkey. Monkey!
Yeah.
You all ready to go meet back up with everybody?
I am. Clarification question. Where is, and Christian would probably know this.
Bart.
Bart. Sorry, it's been gone 2 weeks. Where is Boris right now?
Boris?
Wasn't it Boris? Isn't that the name?
The polar bear?
The
Yeah.
bear?
Yeah, that's with them.
He's
Okay.
just hanging.
He
Okay,
pulled the wagon.
Wagon.
Okay.
They
Alright.
purchased the wagon, but you don't know that yet.
Yeah, I don't know that yet. All right, let me just get a couple things here. All right, Princess, I'm ready to go.
Alrighty. And teleport. Blink! You appear inside of this small, humble-looking hut. You can smell the familiar scent of fresh water, much cleaner air than you experience out in Spalding. You can look outside the hut immediately and see that you're on top of a sizable island, not a huge one, but for a personal island, think like Master Roshi's island, like pretty small. And there's just a single rowboat that currently has a man lying inside of it with a hat pulled over his face, out of sight. And when you turn around and look inside, there's all manners of different unique trinkets and things that you would find by going through a massive pool of water and, well, just scavenging, as well as a very tall-looking elven woman who's currently handing out bowls of gumbo. Hello. Hi. How are you?
Howdy, I'm good.
Hi.
Do a little tip of my hat.
Wow.
I'm here to meet my compatriots, my companions.
You see them all sitting around currently eating gumbo.
When we do teleportation circle and someone arrives, does it go bing bong like Zoom? Or
So to make it easier, I teleport circle to my house. You guys met me at my house, and I used teleportation to get back here. Right, since I'm now familiar with the place.
Yeah, easy enough.
So just to be easier. Yeah, you arrive as sulfur, by the way. Think of like how the demons travel in Supernatural. That's how it works with me.
Oh, so you smell like shit.
We smell like sulfur.
Yeah.
yeah, same thing. Not to offend, but damn, who ate all the eggs?
I don't know, man. It's just how the magic works.
Hey, I got a big sack that's that I'm carrying with me, and I'll head on over to them. And
we've camped with you for a while. We know all about it. We don't judge.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
That's a big sack.
Look around. Boris, come here.
Work. Oh no, not dog Boris. More.
Here, bud, I got some for you. And I'll open up my sack, and I pull out a nice, big, shiny breastplate of armor for Boris. And I start strapping it on him, and I think you'll appreciate this. You always done good to us, and I like how you help us out.
Now, what breastplate armor?
It was the one that I was been making for months.
Yes,
I was making him. Yep. Oh,
breastplate, correct?
yeah, I believe it. Let me pull up. Where in the notes are that? Hold on.
Yeah.
It's got lost. I believe it was a breastplate.
Yeah, because you wanted to do full plate, but it would just take too long. So this is a good in between where you can keep building onto it to achieve full plate.
Right. Yeah, that's my recollection.
Yeah. So.
And give him a little scritch on the ear, and if you ever need anything, you just let me know.
He'll speak in Celestial. This is a good gift. Thank you.
I thought you'd appreciate it.
You have earned one cuddle at night.
Perfect. I like that.
He'll look over at you, Bart, and you see your war-ready bear. So you can go ahead and change your bear's stats for the armor. Disadvantage on stealth checks. But the AC just went up a lot. But breastplate...
I have a bear sheet for him.
Well, let's look. Bear. Other than dire bear, what is the biggest bear? Black bear?
I think polar bear is the thing.
Yeah, polar bear's a creature.
Let's go!
I thought breastplate doesn't have disadvantage.
Well, if it doesn't, then you're still good. Wait, isn't that the one that requires strength?
Nope, it's medium armor. It's the only medium armor.
Also, polar bear has a strength of 20, so...
Yeah. I thought you guys went with a heavier, but no, that works out fine too. Polar bears are also surprisingly dexterous. No, they're not. 10. So wait, does that mean you did half plate then?
Let me go pull it out.
Because I remember you were concerned about its weight restriction.
Yeah, it might have been whatever. Then it would have been half, I think, half plate. Let me see if I can find it. Boom. I started working on this real time as a player months ago, so forgive me for not being able to find right away.
Yeah, I believe it was half plate.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So here, let's change natural armor to half plate. That's not how you spell plate. And bump that up to a 15 AC. Let's go. Your polar bear... I gave you the sheet, by the way, Bart.
Yes.
Your polar bear
Yes,
will
yeah.
turn to look over at you. How does it look?
Fantastic. I'm not quite sure about the carvings of Monkey's face, but you know what? I'll take it. It looks brilliant. Thank you, Monkey.
You're welcome. Glenn helped a little bit too. Credit where credit is due.
It was my idea for the carvings.
Yeah, he helped with the designs and stuff. I just did the labor.
So,
Oh,
anything else that you wanted to hand out, or?
speaking of which, yeah, I have a little something too. Let me scroll. Where is it? And I reach in and I pull out a metal beer stein with one of, put your thumb up on it and the little cap opens and I say, Bart, I made this for you. And your metal beer stein is it looks like a carved, nicely carved bear symbol. And then it has the thing on top. So you have a drinking cup made out of metal. That looks pretty cool. And then somebody got one for you too. And I pull out another beer stein. And this one is a crocodile with a small bird on it for the beer stein.
Hey. Yeah, look at you, Monkey. You've been really honing your craft, actually. This is fantastic work.
Thank you. I've been trying to work on this in my spare time. And Reese, I got one for you too. And I pull it out and hand it to you, and it's a snake.
It's like a Stein snake, or
Yeah,
it's
yeah, like
real...
no, it's like a Stein snake.
I made this for you.
It's like, ah!
How did you make it? You don't want to know.
I'm a snake.
No.
I appreciate it, truly, and I will repay this gift with a gift at some point.
No needs. This is from my heart. And I made one for me too, and I pull out mine, and it's a deer, like a stag, got carved on it. And, I'll go ahead and we'll say that I gave Kat hers. I'll describe hers to her later, but hers is a kitty cat playing with a feather, and Glenn's is an owl.
So,
Yeah, I truly appreciate this. You already gave me the gift of a comb and unflammable hair gel or hair grease, so it's
now
2
I'm on
gifts.
fucking fire. Just imagine like a sweet tooth moment for Monkey. Just head goes on fire.
That was my huge concern with the hair grease.
Wow, handsome man who's also bears gifts. Are you of any relation to the Saint Claus?
No, but I think someone like you might need something too. I'll put a little thought in my head. Monkey, by the way. Have I met her before?
You have
Met,
never
like-
seen this
okay.
woman before in your life. She's
Didn't think. Just
very weird, seems fairly eccentric. The embodiment of a social recluse. But seems very excited that there's people here.
They're elves, right?
She is an elf, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Gareth was
Monkey.
human, so.
I'm Monkey, by the way, and you are?
Inara, I'm the keeper of this island.
Nice to meet you, ma'am.
You too. Huh. Wow, so many. Gumbo?
Sure, I'll take whatever you got. I'm
Sure.
feeling a bit peckish.
Ladle into. I don't have spare bowls. People don't really come by and visit. Do you have a bowl, or I could use your stein?
Yeah, we could do the stein for now. That's fine.
Sure.
And I'll hold out my stein with the deer on it, the stag.
She'll put a couple of ladles in there for you. And the moment you bite into it, Monkey, charisma save. That's what we did last time, right? Charismas? I believe. Wisdom save. It was a wisdom save for everybody.
Oh, wisdom. Okay.
Yeah.
I am not going to use my game advantage.
10.
Yeah.
How does Monkey react when he takes a bite out of possibly the best tasting food he has ever experienced in his life that just like sparks inspiration in him?
This is good. I don't know. I have never tasted anything this good before. You're a mighty fine cook.
Yeah. My mother said if I learned how, I might be able to trap a husband.
Yeah, I don't know if trapping is the right word, but you'll certainly get one.
Oh, yes.
I'll take another bite and I keep eating. I'll go ahead and sit down near everyone else.
So, Kat, she has a first edition of this book, and I've already started reading, and I think there's a couple of different features about it from the copy I have. Do you want to? Yes. Do you mind if he and I stay here and just read the book? Oh no, I would. I can start prepping more food. You're more than all of you are welcome to stay. Thank you. Guys, while we're reading this, though, do you want to talk around to other people who might be like this Inari person and see if you can't discover any more ideas? We need to be prepared before we go into the lake.
So just to bring this up, right, we do also have the Swiftwind, right, which is the council representative of Claytel. I don't know if that was something who's one of the people we would like to reach out to. Since the council said that they would support us in most things, especially if we're in his city that he represents. Just thought I should pitch a name out there.
Yeah, whatever you guys want to do. We're going to read a book. They're not here. They're reading a book. Just
Okay.
Side note, as a player, I rarely partake of other people's foods, and first time I do in a long time, I gotta make a wisdom save.
it's to
No,
illustrate
it's good.
how
No, no.
good the food
How
is.
good it
Like,
was.
hot
No worries.
damn.
I just thought it was funny. Finally take a bite. Wisdom save. No, it's
Yeah.
good. Good food, yeah.
All right.
I'm
I'm gonna leave
impressed.
Hillian with you, then.
Sure.
Hillian, stay with them. If I need you for as a third party in any contract, I'll send you a sending and a location.
Yep, sounds good.
Read a
Welcome
book.
back.
Educate yourself.
He'll just look at you after you say that. Like you just insulted the man. Anywho.
I give him the rest of the jambalaya or the gumbo I have because I didn't finish all of it.
Damn. Rude.
It's just I have to share with him. He's got to eat.
So yeah, what would you all like to do? When you first arrived on this island, Reese, you did notice there was a formation of what might have been at one point in time like a lighthouse over on the coastline, further away from this little island you're on. Usually, all of you would know that usually when you're at a fresh body of water like this big, there's usually people who live around the coastline as well outside of society, but there's also the society of Claytel itself, like whatever you guys wish to do.
Okay. What do you guys think when I look at everyone else? I know, Monkey, you haven't been to this town yet, but it's a normal little Fisher's dock town. So
Where is it at on the map? As the player, I'm asking.
Claytel's over here. I pinged it.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I found it. And then, did she say something about us going into the lake? Like, you mean like?
Yeah. So there was some situation where something about she was running away from the lake. I know that there was a reason we bought potions of water breathing.
Oh, so we do have a way to.
We also have Cat. I think Cat has water breathing. She can cast on us before we leave. She has it prepared.
She doesn't have
Probably.
water breathing.
I thought for some reason she would.
She looked for it and it didn't exist. She
Wow.
wanted a spell scroll. They didn't have it.
Oh, that's rough.
This is what
Okay.
happens when all you take is fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we do have potions of water breathing if we need to.
Enough for
Right,
everybody
but
to
I
have
don't-
2 hours, I believe.
Yeah, 2 hours. I will say that it would probably be better to wait for them to finish reading this book before we go deep diving, because we don't know where in the lake to dive at.
And
I
think
think
about
the
like the
lighthouse-
smallest
oh.
of the Great Lakes, Monkey. Sorry, he just want to make sure he has the right atmosphere.
Mhm.
Think about like the smallest of the Great Lakes. This is around that size.
All right.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't have a way to cast a familiar, or I'd send a familiar down, right? I only have Helion, who is a contract familiar, not an actual familiar. And he doesn't do water. He's very buoyant.
Gotcha.
So I'd recommend us to either check out the lighthouse or see if there's any old folks, like some of the older generation that might be in town, because this lady apparently showed up about a century ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I look at Megrith, right? No, not Megrith, Inara.
Inara? Yeah.
And I go, how long ago was it when you met the person in this book?
Her name was Lilla.
Yes.
Oh wow, there's been so many moon cycles since then. Maybe over 100 years, I'd say.
You know if there's anyone specifically that was around during that time that might have seen her in town?
Oh, I'm sure if someone was around, they probably would have met her. I just, I don't go into town.
Have you? Is there like a? Because I know lighthouse keeping is usually like a pretty small, knit community. So, would you know if the lighthouse keeper is like of elven descent?
Oh, the lighthouse. Oh, that hasn't been used in years.
But how do you guys like?
What do you
just
mean,
have
you
I
guys?
mean, I guess you have rowboats.
What?
Well, I meant Claytel. Right, you're saying that it never used, and I look out the window.
It
I look at
hasn't
the
been used in
lighthouse.
a long time. It looks pretty decrepit, like unkept.
Interesting.
What's-
I wonder why they. I wonder why they gave up on that.
Taxes.
Mentally, Therese. Somebody's just gonna say probably because she's on this island.
I love how one person went like, I wonder what the mystery is, and the realist went taxes. Like,
The budget cut.
I wonder. Be interesting to check out.
Yeah, I should send a sending to Alara Swiftwind because we are in his town, and we move mountains, and that was a huge concern with the council. When I'm assuming one of the reasons why they called us in. So we should probably let him know that we're not here to overthrow the government or anything.
you're talking about Ilaria Swiftwind?
Yeah, Alara Swiftwind. Yeah, when I was putting in the names and the important NPC things, I realized that he's a they're
Her.
a Claytel person. Her.
She is. Ilaria.
Yeah, and I was like, uh-oh. Because that was a huge thing with us, was they wanted to, like, not to do any more crazy shit in the region.
Well, they don't want you to do anything like overthrow the government unless it
Yeah,
needs
yeah.
to happen. But they gave you permission to overthrow the government if it needs to happen.
Yeah, if
Like,
it needs to
it's-
happen. So I will send a sending to Alara Swiftwind.
Uh-huh.
Hello, Alara. This is Resend. Letting you know, out of respect, we are at Claytel, following up some leads on personal matters. Will not overthrow government. That's my 25 words.
That's a good start. Thank you. I hope it doesn't need to be overthrown. My cousin, Paul DeMarco, can help you with anything you may need. just flash your badge.
I tell everyone that a Paul DeMarco?
DeMarco, yeah.
DeMarco Paul, right?
No, Paul DeMarco. That was right.
DeMarco Paul. A DeMarco Paul is someone that she said would help us with any information while we're here.
Oh yes, I think I know his cousin, DePolo.
Apollo, yes.
Yeah, Marco.
Yeah. So we got the okay to be here without having to step on anyone's toes. So yes. So what is it? The lighthouse and then Paul DeMarco is a good start. For the lighthouse, is it on like an island or is it on like the coast?
It's on the coast itself. It's about, you'd estimate probably like a couple of 100 feet off the coastline itself. Pretty tall, stands taller than the trees out there as well. And from your distance away is probably like a half mile or so.
Okay. How do you guys feel about going to the lighthouse first?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about like, if I was someone who was trying to stay low, I would use the lighthouse. And the fact that it's been closed down for such a long time, and I can picture someone leaving something in there.
Sure, that sounds like a worthwhile first point of exploration. At the very least, it's potentially quite a low risk, low investment.
Yeah. Let me get rid of some of these spell slots because I've been using spells. Yes, so we can go to Clayton and ask him to at least drop us off at the lighthouse. Something simple. So I'll have one of those.
So what are we doing? You guys heading on over?
Yes,
the
I say
lighthouse?
that if everyone's okay with it, we can have Clayton take us to the lighthouse.
Clayton. Gareth.
Gareth. I don't know where I'm coming up
I-
with these names.
Claytel is the city.
Clayton.
Yeah.
Clayton? No, you're thinking about Cletus. He's on the other side of the island.
Cletus, okay.
Yes.
Gareth, would you be possible, right, to drop us off at the lighthouse over there? Actually, what do you know about the lighthouse? Because you're a fisherman.
So you went over to his book as his boat while he's lying
His
in
boat, yes.
there. Yeah. He'll lift up. Lighthouse is haunted. Puts the hat back over his face.
Well, a little bit more specific here. What do you mean it's haunted?
I mean, it's haunted. Like, spooky shit. So they just stopped using it. Lost probably a good 6 or 7 men who tried to handle it. But it wasn't in the city's budget to fix it, and they figured they'd just leave it be. That's why we don't really fish at nighttime anymore.
Well, that's interesting. Talk about like poltergeists or like spirits, ghosts. I start naming ghosts that I probably know he doesn't know, right?
He'll lift the hat and look at you.
Soul eaters, nightmares.
Like spooky shit. And puts the hat back over his face.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I reach into Monkey's mind very quick and I go, I don't really speak to the common folk without sounding like I'm demeaning them. You might want to take the lead on talking to some of these folks. They seem a little bit more.
You sound like you could, talk down to their level a bit easier.
Yes.
Fucking asshole.
Yes. You can see a little more.
Can you please handle your people? Like, just.
Yep.
Poor folks.
Could you please, sir, could
Yeah,
thou very please talk to the commoners a little bit more common-like?
Here's the best part as a player with all that.
I know.
Out of the 4 of us here, I have the lowest charisma.
I know.
3 of you are charisma casters.
I love it. So I always try to shove Glenn forward.
No, it's good.
Very
It's good.
good.
Monkey, don't worry. Look, could you take us on a trip out to that lighthouse? Who knows? Maybe we might be able to solve that ghost problem and maybe you guys can start fixing it up once it's sorted out.
He'll
Yeah.
raise the hat again, raise his eyebrow when he sees Monkey. Where the hell did you come from?
Well,
Well,
he
he's here.
exchanged. Yeah, he was always here.
No, he wasn't.
You mean like pre-gym or post-gym? I'm sorry. I should clarify. Pre-gym 1 or pre-gym 2, post-gym 1 or post-gym 2.
He'll just put
Don't
the
worry
hat back
about
on his face.
We brought him here after we settled in for dinner.
Oh yeah, you mean like this island right now? Yeah, they brought me. I went through the Bing Bong thing and ended up here with my compatriots.
Bing bong.
So
I told you I'm an exceptional person sometimes.
All right. Well, he'll raise the hat and lean up. He's an older fisherman. Just leans all the way up. Well, if I'm being honest with you, I could take you over there, but I think recently that lighthouse was sold to somebody. I think you're gonna need their permission to go up on in there.
well, yeah, I had a better idea. Why don't you stay here, make sure Inara's safe, and we'll go check her out. Cloud, and I summon Cloud.
All right, you got to give it a couple of minutes. It's
Yep.
traveling across the realm to get to you. Actually, it'll be here in an hour. It's
Perfect.
Cloud?
It doesn't teleport. It's
Cloud.
coming. We'll get her.
Go
It's
back
fast
if you're
as
wondering.
shit.
Go back to the early sessions when Monkey came out and he kept calling for Cloud.
Yep.
That's funny.
Just took
I
a while
go-
to get here. That's all.
I tell Monkey with Frank, he actually feels very uncomfortable being here from what I saw. So,
It's all right. Builds character, I say out loud.
McQueen. That's the name of the fella who bought it.
McQueen.
Oliver McQueen. Yeah.
Ciao. Ciao.
Or
Okay,
Green
well,
Lantern. Yet, I mean, there's multiple puns on this one.
Yep.
yeah. Yeah, sure. Would he be in town?
From what I heard, he doesn't do much well in the way of groups of folks. He's more of one of those, he's one of them pencil pusher types. Book nerds. Readers.
I understand.
Always reading, never breeding. That's what I
Yep.
say. Them types.
Writing contracts, trying to do deals, yeah.
It's just
Yeah, that
tedious.
sounds like a terrible person.
I mean, it's just their way of life. I ain't one to judge an individual, but, you know, it's hard to find yourself in love and in a relationship if you're always keeping your nose in a book.
Can relate. I think our best bet is to talk. I mean, there's only 4 of us, so I'm sure he'll be okay with it.
Or
The bear.
one of us could approach while the other 3 wait in the distance.
True.
Ambush. Samdi, you already did that last session.
Obviously, we're sitting in the crocodile.
I thought I
right?
did that. I thought I did that next to the male elf, not the.
Oh, that's right. All right. Yeah, you
Because
cast.
I refreshed my spells after that.
You cast see invisibility, and you see tiny remnants of like some type of spirits on many different trinkets in this room. There's probably like 6 or 7 of them in total.
Bunch of spirits. Her walls are lined with different kind of poisonous plants. She's a hag, bro.
Just looking around after thoroughly casting that, that's why I whispered it to you.
Yeah, sorry.
They know I do this every fucking time.
Yeah, nobody's aware that you did this, but this is what
Yeah.
you see. It's
The players fully aware.
To be fair, this player checked out and went on a little mini vacation when that was being said. So I missed it in real time anyway.
Yeah.
Looking around, like Are they like hovering next to the items, or are they like semi in the item or something?
I need you to roll an Arcana check.
Oh, because everyone knows the Gator's smart. Gator is smart. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, right?
18.
Why are you always talking down the gator? 18.
Yeah.
It would appear that these invisible creatures seem to be attached to those items and objects. Like their souls are committed to them.
I look for the who's holding the crystal ball? That was it
Inara?
Nara.
Yeah, that Anar got traded from the book character.
Let me see.
Lila, yeah, Lila. That's the first time I had it right.
Let me check if it's inside my bag of holding very quick. Because if it is, then I might have it.
I think she might have given it to Glenn.
That sounds very familiar. I just know that like.
Oh yeah,
things
then
that
Glenn
I
has
have,
it.
I
No problem.
Yeah.
throw it in there.
Is another spirit? I look at it and I just like say, hey, can I get the crystal ball real quick? And
He's at the
Oh,
house.
what? Yeah, totally.
yeah,
No, they're here just reading. Like they just sat down
Oh.
and started reading. He takes out the crystal ball and hands it over to you, and when you see it, you see that there is some type of magical spirit enveloping around it invisibly.
no, just look at Reese,
Oh.
and I'm going to say, in his mind, if I go slack for a minute, I have a diamond in my left pocket. Restore me.
Do you need a little bit of protection from whatever it might be?
That's the thing. I am lowering my protections to touch it.
Oh, lovely.
And as I say, if nothing happens, I assume the best. And I'm going to
Pull
attempt
out.
to connect to it.
I'm gonna pull out one of my diamonds right now because it takes an action to pull out of the bag of holding.
They do not seem to be on the same plane of existence as you, Samdi.
They're in the ethereal realm.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Somebody fucking knocked me into a coma. I need to get there. No, I'm joking.
I mean,
Crocodile in a coma. I know.
That is not something I need right now.
Boris
that's
just
a
raises the
tuning fork for
paw
you.
already.
Who has the fucking tuning fork to the ethereal realm? Now that could be a place to send people. Whoop. Yeah. Anyway, just
So
again, I contact. I guess I never really did let go of the connection, but I contact Reese again and I say, "Well, what I'm seeing is in the ethereal plane. Little
I'll cast see
spirits."
invisibility.
We're both just staring at the crystal ball to everyone else. It's just like, what the fuck are they on?
Yeah, I was gonna say since since the room is completely quiet, as usual, and I'm gonna start just talking to Nara and telling her stories and tales.
oh, she is so excited to hear every story about the realms.
So we're just talking.
She doesn't get out much. So yeah, you see the same thing, that what appears to be a spirit attached to it, Reese.
So, that's interesting. Unfortunately, when it comes to the ethereal plane, that's where my forte is. So Sharbi spells doesn't work. I deal with people.
You literally deal in people's souls.
No. I don't do that. Maybe one or two. But...
Slander and blasphemy.
I don't corrupt people. I don't do anything to people that they haven't done to themselves. Okay.
Spoken like a true devil.
Yes. If there was a time where people didn't need to do the bad, devils wouldn't exist. But I digress regarding anything in the ethereal plane. Unfortunately, that's where my forte thing. I have a couple books on the undead or spirits or ghosts, but I can put up certain clerical protections, but my clerical magic when it comes to that is very base. So I don't know, unless you really want to mess with that spirit. Actually, considering it's a spirit, and I look over at Inari, and I go, Nara, are you aware of like the spirits that are hovering around your objects?
What? Oh, you mean the extra voices? Yeah.
Extra voices.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
They keep me company sometimes.
Has this voice ever talked to you? And I point towards the crystal ball.
No.
Gonna insight that.
Go for it.
It's a very quick now.
She's hard to
18.
Hard to read.
Not at all, actually. She seems to be the most open of books you've encountered in mysterious individuals. She doesn't seem to be lying, that you can tell.
So, what do they say?
Oh, some of them just, some of them are lonely. Others,
Yes.
At first they were, well, some of them were a bit more, sad. Some of them were upset that they weren't being used anymore. Some of them wanted to be returned, but they don't know where to be returned to, so it's hard to return them. I can get all of the ones that spoke to me, and she starts going around the room. She pulls out a delicate chalice carved with shimmering blue crystal, an ornate silver inkwell adorned with intricate engravings, an ebony quill, appears to be made from shadow itself, a small jeweled music box that emanates a soft ethereal glow in nature, a cameo pendant carved with intricate scenes of some type of academy grounds with diverse inhabitants. And, of course, the crystal ball that she already pointed out to you. She doesn't know how to voice in it because it never talked to her. And lastly, a tarnished pocket watch with a delicate chain. Yeah, you're muted.
I pull out my music box. Is it similar?
Vastly different.
Okay, I'll put it away.
This music box looks older, waterlogged.
Yeah. Mine's is a little bit more underdarkish.
Yeah.
Nope, go ahead, Reese.
Oh, go ahead. That was it.
I'm gonna ask her. Did you get all these from the lake?
Yes.
I love it. Spooky lake.
Just gonna quickly test the water.
Weren't you swimming in it?
Just lick the water. Yes, water.
Yes, water is water. No, I'm gonna quickly test the water and try and connect to some of the other ones to see if it's the fact that they were not active or whatnot.
All of them seem to be whatever spirits attached to them seem to be attached to the ethereal realm.
Right.
Lovely.
Are you proficient in religion?
No.
Is anybody?
Yes.
I am not. I'm a jack of all trades.
Monkey
Of course. Because I'm a god, so gotta be
Yeah.
proficient.
Yeah. The cleric obviously isn't. Or the
I got a little
paladin.
bit.
No,
All right.
that's not the same. It's funny, I have one cleric in the entire community who's proficient in religion. Every other cleric is like,
Look,
I
it's
believe in my
it's-
god, I don't need to know it.
That's the
I
thing.
think-
It's the fact that it's like it's an intelligence thing instead of wisdom.
Yeah, but still, like, regardless if it's the proper stat or not, it's something your
That's
character
history.
would probably know.
Right.
Yes,
You know.
but intelligence is dumb stat.
I love it when acolytes don't take any intelligence things. But go ahead, Monkey.
Yeah, I think I will actually use my game advantage for this. Should I? It's before break. I usually try to use it after, but we'll do it at advantage. Why not? I'm
Good
glad I
call.
did.
17. Well, if they're saying there's voices and spirits attached to these objects, you can always just commit to performing ceremonies. A ceremony can usually draw forth spirits from the other realm and converse with them, or have them communicate somehow.
I'd recommend doing some type of ceremony. I kind of believe that there was a little bit of communication going on when I was in that gym with that ceremony, but that's what I would try. That's kind of obvious. And I don't mean to say obvious things to you, Reese, or for Bart, because you guys should know this.
Well, the ceremony does an amount of things. Yeah, I could try it. I don't have it, unfortunately, prepared. I can bless.
So,
right now.
ceremony in our community is not a spell. It's something you can fucking do as a cleric.
Yeah.
I hate that they made it a spell. You're a cleric. You can perform ceremonies. Like, you don't prepare for it. You can do it. Like,
Okay.
and also the mechanics of ceremony negate that. Just perform a spiritual ceremony.
Okay. Does that also work with exorcisms or no?
Similarly, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. An exorcism
So-
is a form of ceremony.
No, it was that's a great debated topic. That's why. Okay. Yeah, I could do a ceremony if I need to. Just if you guys are gonna see parts of me that I try to keep hidden recently, just don't be alarmed.
Do you need a modesty blanket?
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
Do you want Inara and I to step out? I would hate for.
Oh, I would like to see this.
No, it's certain reasons will drop. Because I'm casting a long-term concentration spell or magic. So I'm gonna start pulling out like the incense and all that, right? That I need. And I go, do you want me to do this now? Is this something you really want to see, Samdi?
Is this something that you need to, like,
Samdi
yourself
muted, by the way.
ready for? Do you have to, like, look at some pictures to get, kind of...
No, it's something that most clerics can do. It's just communing with other spirits and small little things that you have to do just as a cleric. It's just
Alright.
I don't usually do it because my forte is with people more than more the other religious aspects.
I got you.
But it's mostly like Rossman's territory, right?
So, would you have any form of communication spells that you would be knowledgeable about then, Reese?
I would be knowledgeable about, sendings, right? But I never needed to commune with ghosts before.
All right, then you're going to have to rely on Monkey's knowledge of this to perform the actual
Yeah.
ceremony. So,
Yeah,
Monkey, what does he need?
Yeah. So first of all, you need to. I recommend putting on like do you have any like blankets or sheets? I know it's not modesty one, but
like priest
just
clothes.
yeah, something just kind of to take off the old and put on some fresh, like a kind of like a toga, like a white toga type thing, but kind of.
So I have this. I go into my priest pack that I've had since the beginning, and I
Yep.
pull out my
That's
robe.
perfect.
Ceremonial
That
robe.
works.
Nice.
There we
So
go. That,
bloody and red. Oh shit! I think I left some of the old priest on this still.
yeah. Kat, can you help clean that off? She's here, right? Yep. Prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Get it nice and clean. All right, and then you're gonna want to, kind of center yourself.
Okay.
Because you don't want to, you kind of want to encourage them. It's kind of like, when you speak to an animal, you just want to be very clear and calm and non-threatening. Same thing with.
So I don't
these.
need this. I pull out like a Ouija board. So we don't need this.
That's old wives' tales. That's kind of like.
Yeah, put it back in there.
Yeah. And then you want to sit down like this, and I'll go crisscross applesauce.
So,
Okay.
you will need an outlet for them to commune through.
Yeah. And then what? Oh.
Depending on what the object is, it might be able to do that. Like the music box, obviously, might be able to communicate. But some things you might just need, like old-timey skull.
Let me see what.
Oh, I might be able to help there.
But what were you saying, Monkey?
Yeah.
No, that's fine. And then we need something for I know that some people hear things in their minds, but you want to make sure that it's actually spoken out loud through some other type of vehicle, like I don't know, you could use a skull. You could, some people use, Muppets, little puppet things. You could do like a sock puppet type thing.
Like a voodoo doll.
You could do, that might work. Some kind of way to get the sound out so you can actually hear it. It's also a way to keep from tricksters putting stuff in your head and you thinking that you're actually speaking with,
Okay,
all this. I don't know why I'm repeating this.
I have this. Would this be of use? And he pulls out the creepy, sad, cursed doll.
Oh, that's
Sure.
perfect.
I put it in the set on a table.
Just don't
That's
don't
perfect.
touch it because it will grab onto your hand and
So you
not let go.
he said he'd take and it hugs your hand.
Oh, it's possessed.
That's perfect. That'll help the communication go much easier. Thank you, Bart. That's man, you are so
Reese.
smart.
Reese, stop. Don't try and pull it off. Give it a hug.
Why is it getting tighter?
It'll keep doing that until you either pull it off or give it a hug. Just
Give it some love.
show it some love.
Some hug.
You hug
I
it
pat
and
it
it
on the head.
squeezes and then releases.
That's.
Like a Chinese finger trap.
I don't know why you have this. You know what? With
It is a
you, Bartikov, I'm not
disturbing looking doll.
We found it somewhere. I can't remember.
There was a phase where my daughter made really weird voodoo dolls with actual shrunken heads. So, I mean, I'm not even surprised. I put it down.
I thought you were talking about your daughter.
Oh,
The put it down
Bro,
part.
that kid needs therapy.
I tell you, yeah. My
My-
daughter was.
My daughter
is
used to do
something
this, so I
else.
put it down. Like,
Jeez.
I had a very demented daughter growing up.
Reese isn't
so,
that evil, okay?
Yeah. I let her do her extra activities, and some of them were spiders, cultivating poisons, voodoo dolls. It was really weird. I think that kid needs to talk to someone. Whatever. Yes, I have holy water. Do I need that?
Oh, you don't really. You can use it, but you don't really need it.
I put up one of my 3 flasks of holy water on the table just in case.
It's a good oh shit button. Ah! Throw the water in.
And you probably notice that monkeys in like, those choir type robes, white, religiously choirish type, as if he's gonna take part.
Yeah, I took off my jacket that I always wear and I put on the weird robes over
Where
it.
did you get those?
I always have them with me.
Well, if we're dressing the part, and Ball will throw on his cultist robe.
Lovely. What else do we need?
Oh my god.
I refuse to
I'm
change,
looking-
even though it's the
I'm-
easiest for me.
I'm looking at Monkey.
Black
what else?
mass.
All right. Now you just need to start thinking about it and start opening yourself up and let them come to you. And it's kind of like I said, it's like speaking to an animal. Just you want to be kind and gentle and
It's not an
open
outlet.
yourself up. Don't show fear. Just show love and open up your heart.
I'm gonna put the sketchbook on the table too, right? And because that's like an outlet outside of the doll. So
Yeah.
whatever it's comfortable with, I put a pen on it. And I go, okay, well, and then I start performing. I light the incense. I say a prayer to Asmodeus, and I go, under the state of Asmodeus, I commune with the spirit of the great beyond. Let us talk to you and hear you and speak as you through this doll or this pen. Asana, asana, kolita, banana.
Cola.
Let us know if Reese has any change in appearance. I'm paying attention.
What item are we trying to do this to?
Great question.
Probably the crystal ball, right? I look at
Yeah, I thought you were doing the crystal ball first.
Okay, let's put the crystal ball in the thing because that could probably communicate through itself.
So, as you begin to perform this ceremony, you notice that despite the fact that there's still a couple of hours of daylight remaining, this area becomes blotched, darkened. An aura radiates off from this crystal ball that seems to draw all of you closer towards it. Your eyes not being able to see your peripherals any longer, just drawing your attention down towards the orb itself. And the orb falls down to the sands and begins spinning clockwise very quickly, as if awoken.
During this time, too, I would assume I lose the concentration on my change of aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, Monkey hasn't seen it yet, but my eye is exposed, right? And you see like a bigger eyeball in my left eye, and it's the beholder's eye that we saw. So like really serpent looking. You see a little bit, my nails become more elongated and sharp. They're black. And you see like small patches of like red, like small red patches along my body. That's it.
So, the way the ceremony will work, you can only perform this ceremony on each object once, ever. You get 5 questions.
As I'm channeling, I go, you guys are allowed to ask 5 questions. I'm your conduit. Look at Samdi, since he was the one that was asking about it.
Oh, 25 GP worth of incense, by the way, per casting. Just,
Okay.
it's cheap.
I'll write that down.
And I'll just begin with the first question of who are you?
Great question. As it is spinning in the sand, it stops very suddenly and begins drawing a straight line down and then curving and creating many different letters, writing in cursive, frustratingly, as the orb just moves through the sand to do this communication. And it tells you Ilandra, the researcher.
Ilandra, the researcher. What would help you move on?
How do I articulate this cryptically but easily? Asa, do you want to turn off your camera? Here, I'll turn off his video.
I don't think he can hear you.
Yeah. I'm just turning off his video real quick. Yeah. Sorry, some people on the internet can read lips, so. It writes out returning the artifacts.
Returning the artifacts. Artifacts, like plural?
Yes.
Ooh. What you got, Sandy?
I kind of just want to ask a clarifying question.
Yeah.
Are you a member of the Blue Terra Academy?
It will write was.
Oh.
Sassy.
What
Okay.
are... Oh, go ahead.
No, just reacting.
I
Go
asked...
ahead.
I tell Somni and said, would you think, like, asking what the artifacts are? I can't connect to your... Oh, well, you still have your connection with me anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I ask, would you think asking what the artifacts are would be a good one, since we got... Yeah, let's go with that. What are the artifacts that need to be returned?
You can turn your camera back on, Asa, if you want. I wasn't sure if you were mouthing anything important.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. What was your question again?
What are the artifacts that need to be returned? Return the slab.
You'll have to turn my camera back on because it won't let me.
There you go. I just asked you to
There
turn it
we
back
go.
on.
Yay!
Hey.
It will write in the sand, I'll radiate when near.
Lovely. We got one more question. It's probably like return it to where, right? I ask everyone. Let's you had another question. You're the somebody. You take the lead on this last question because I feel like this was your idea. So
Hold on, Sandy is like paging through like Glenn's copy of Whispers of Sunken Realm.
that's what I'm looking at too, very quick.
Yeah, definitely. We have handouts. Use them.
Spitera Academy. It'd probably be the academy in the depths of Funaka Lake, right? That's
Yeah.
probably where they want it returned to.
That's like that's a good estimation. It's a shame about the lack of questions here.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's.
I mean, we have all these, and I point to like various other haunted objects.
Yeah.
I'll just finish this off by asking: do you need us to return you to the academy or someplace else?
It'll simply write yes.
Okay. We know now it's the academy.
And then after that, the ball spins in the sand incredibly quickly, dispersing all of the writing that it had across it, and then light fades back in. And the ball stops.
I grab the ball and I lift it up towards the objects that she's been grabbing. Do any of them change?
No.
Yeah. So she said that the artifacts would emulate, or they'd emulate it. So.
Yeah. He
Some of
will
these.
radiate when they are near.
Interesting. I don't think that map would help us, right? The map that we got from the Spalding Castle. It's got to be the same object, right?
I think
Oh no,
the
map only-
material.
yeah, no. The map only works for like the city of Spalding, right? It doesn't actually it's not like the whole thing.
Which map?
The map we got from the Spalding city that lets you find objects.
No, that works anywhere you go.
Oh,
Yeah. It's an insanely good map. Just the party never remembers they have it, so they don't use it.
Yeah, and the more you use it, I don't remember if it's less reliable it becomes, or there's something an issue with
It
using
can only
Oh,
be
that's the rain
used.
stick.
that's the rain stick.
Yes, that was
Oh.
the rain stick, yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I have that.
What object do you wish to commune with next?
My vote is for the music box.
Sure. And you said that it's got to be emulated with some form of talking, right, Monkey?
Yeah, you need to make sure that it can communicate. Now, it is a music box, so it's possible it could communicate with you musically. That was horrible English.
Hey, it's fine. I put the music box down and I grab my horn and I put the horn next to it. Because it might need to communicate with something musical. I don't know.
Okay.
So.
I also vote for just placing the Ouija board next to it.
Old wives' tale.
It's not real.
It's not real.
It said
we placed the
spiritual
Ouija
implement on it said spiritual implement on the priest pack, so I just assumed it was a Ouija board.
Yeah, if
So,
that's your religion, you know.
sure.
Could be.
Yes, I set up the music box.
Etch a sketch.
So here's the thing, right? Like I don't have really incense
my
right
religion.
now that I know about that incense. I don't have that item,
Bart,
that material.
check Cat's sheet for us.
Because I know that because of Find Familiar, she might have it.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, she should have a ton.
What spell specifically?
Find familiar
Incense.
incense.
Oh, she has incense.
How much?
I am like 99% sure she does. Whether she has marked it down, different question.
And also how much?
Yeah, because I have powdered silver because I originally thought I needed the material component for ceremony of the spell.
Yeah. That's, convert it.
Okay, yeah, because I do have 100 pounds or 100 gold worth of powdered silver.
Just convert it over for the incense, and yeah.
Okay. so
Most
we'll
ceremonies
just-
require incense, honestly. It sets the fragrance sets the mood so much better than silver.
Okay. And that works better. So like I'll just switch it from silver to incense.
Sounds good. So minus 25 GP of it.
Okay, so I have 50 left.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not
'cause you're
seeing
doing
anything on the
quests.
sheet, but honestly, her sheet is pretty barren in terms of the equipment side of things. So maybe she keeps it on a note somewhere.
Check the bag of holding, because that's what I mine's
True.
is where I put all my stuff in.
True.
Also, check the bio page.
Yeah, that's where I keep my stuff. I think is bio
Thank
page.
you, Carl. I've looked there; it is blank.
All right. Glowing music box. You take out the music box, and the music you are hearing here is what begins to play.
Oh, that sounds very familiar. I guess the first things first. Who are you?
Bill, the band member.
The bass player. No one remembers.
Laretha.
Laretha.
It's whispered out through the horn. Laretha.
Spooky. What do you need to move on? Those are my two big questions. Anything else, you guys can chime in.
Okay. You hear whispered yet again. I need to perform in the Grand Hall.
The Grand Hall. Does it sound familiar? Is there a Grand Hall here in the town?
There's a lot of Grand Halls.
Okay.
Any
town?
major estate, any castle,
Okay,
any academy.
We'll assume it's either Claytel Grand Hall or the Academy Grand Hall, right? Is that a good assumption? I ask everyone.
The music box answers.
I was just debating if I was going to do that or
Yes.
not.
Don't say
I'll do
everyone.
it like that.
We don't want to give Joey an opportunity.
I do it through that. Just that way. It's easy.
So I'll say out loud. I'll say out loud to it. Were you a member of the Blutair Academy? And of mine too, Reese. After this, I'm just gonna assume everyone in one of these is a member or was a member of the Blutair Academy.
My beloved taught. I performed.
Yeah. Yeah, so that makes sense. It's one of the it's gonna be in the Grand Hall of the Platera Academy, wherever that may be.
So that's
I mean, we
three.
found the library. Monkey, would you like to ask this lovely performer any questions?
Well, did we find out how the performer became trapped or any of these items?
No, I only really cared about them moving on, but if that's a question you'd like to ask, go for it.
Yeah, ask it how it came into this situation where it became trapped.
We were falling quickly. Magic wasn't working. I hid as fast as I could in a closet, bringing my childhood music box. When magic became wild, my essence was attached to this.
That's creepy.
That's what you call some good information.
Yeah, that is some good information.
So,
So
don't
whatever the
fall.
So whatever this cataclysm that caused it to like split up and stuff, I can assume that that's what caused these souls to be bound.
That was 4, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, we're at 4. We have one more.
What about Bart? Bart,
Bartikov.
do you have a question?
If a woodchuck could chug wood.
3.
You got a question, Bart?
Oh no.
3. Oh no, no.
Reese. Not Reese. Christian.
Honestly, I don't think that these investigations, these spirits are going to bring us anything but trouble. I'll leave this one to you guys. But I'm happy to fix the problem when you make it.
Oh shit. Let's see. And Sandy's now fully immersed in the books, just like, God damn it.
Ooh.
Why are these so intriguing?
So it's split.
Ooh.
So.
I had a question actually.
Yeah.
Okay, you do that.
Yeah. I mean, unless you have one, I'm gonna ask. I would like to ask it about what would be a name of someone who would have known about the event. You know, something like that. I ask it in the academy when the cataclysm happened that caused the fall. Who would have known the cause? Or what was the name of someone who would have known the cause? There it is. I think Monkey opened up a couple doors with that question for me.
Mhm.
Performers know everyone who's important. So they need to know who they're performing for. I just get that.
All right. No. The Mirror Weave Society.
The Mirror Weave Society. It stops.
And
But there's
as
another-
that happens, the music stops. And while you all dwell on this information, we're going to go ahead and go on break. Be right back.
Yeah.
Where?
And what's
Where are
that
they?
shark? What's that shark dish where you pee on it and bury it in the sand?
Baby
That's
shark
some-
do 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 do.
That's not done
It's when
anymore.
you shit on it.
That's not done.
Oh, I know
anymore?
it's.
Why not? Anyways, we're back on stream, everybody.
Hey.
Hi, everyone. We
Hey,
just
shark.
heard this part. Or suffer from my curse. Anyways, you have successfully communed with 2 of the 6 objects so far. The remaining objects are the delicate chalice carved with a shimmering blue crystal, an ornate silver inkwell amulet, adorned with intricate engravings, the ebony quill, which appears to be made from shadows itself, the cameo pendant carved with intricate scenes of, diverse inhabitants, and lastly, the time-worn pocket watch.
So here's the thing, guys. I can do it 2 more times, but I would highly encourage us to kind of, because what if we run into other artifacts down the road like this? I don't have the components.
No, I think we have enough. I think we have enough
Yeah.
information for now, and unless there was something that. Is there anything that stands out to me? How do I explain this?
The thing made of shadows probably stands out the most to me.
But I mean that like, knowing what I know of Brother Jack, Father Jack to you guys, aka Glenn. Is there any object here that seems likely to
Resonate?
resonate with?
Yeah.
Because I know he's talked about school a little bit.
So,
Freaking drunk frat boy. I'm just wondering if there was anything like maybe in one of the that would relate to like a class he took or a professor.
So, from what he's been able to glean and openly share with all of you, because he hasn't hid a single bit of information ever
Right.
that any of you can tell, he recalls his time as a party boy in whatever type of system he was in. If this was the Blaterra Academy, like everybody's assuming, then yeah, he was a party boy. Meaning, perhaps the chalice would have something to do, like, if you're going to drink, drink well. But also, from the stories that he's learned about his legacy in particular, they were seen as more of the protectors of the academy. The people who were knights, sword bearers, who wielded magic as well, and protected the grounds and the interests of the academy. So, if anything, the chalice is like the closest based off of Party Boy, but nothing else really.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think you're right, Reese. I think we should hold off and wait until you can get some more supplies, you and Cat.
Yeah, because just in case, like, while we're exploring, like, let's say that lighthouse, I have to do an exum or commune, it might be better to save it.
Right. And you're right, Cat. If Misha were to bite it, you would need the incense to bring Misha back. So yeah.
Yeah. So let's get out of here. We do got some names, right? We have Paul. Let me look at. I didn't write actually his name down. I didn't write his name down. Paul. I was about to say Paul Walker, but that's probably not right.
Shit. It was
The one that
Mix
Swiftling gave
something.
me.
It was Mix.
I'm gonna
McQuaid.
put Paul for now.
Was it
Oh,
McQuaid?
McQueen? Is that the one?
McQueen.
No, that's
McQueen, yes, McQueen, yes.
Oh, and it was Marco. No, it was McQueen. Yeah, McQueen and Marco was the other one. Okay.
Yeah, the other one was John DeMarco.
I love these names. John DeMarco. Okay, so they're in the. I got him documented. So we got some. Let's talk to John DeMarco about getting to that lighthouse because think that's what we were more expect towards handling right now. Agreed?
Yeah.
That quill you said is made of shadows?
Yeah.
I asked, could I get that quill?
If you have something else that'll speak to me that you can leave. It gets lonely.
I pull out the recorder device and I said, so if you speak into this, it'll speak back.
She'll take it. I love you.
It's got to record over a minute, and then it'll say it back to you, right?
And she will just record herself saying, I love you.
There you go.
And listen to it over and over again.
What if I get someone else's voice to say I love you in that thing, and I'll bring that back to
She'll
you?
hold it over to Monkey.
I need you. We need you to do us a solid here.
Yeah, you got it. And so I'll do a little 50-second story about love.
Perfect for her. It's an audio book of 50 Shades for the hang on the island.
I'll remove that device.
Perfect.
I don't know. Something about this pen, it calls to me. I don't know.
So it was John DeMarco and Oliver
Yeah, Oliver McQueen. Oliver
Queen.
McQueen. Yep.
Oliver McQueen was the one who purchased the rights to the lighthouse. John DeMarco is the individual that you were recommended from the Bolero representative, or the Claytel representative.
Okay.
Whew, so many names this session. Holy shit.
Luckily, I'm listing them now.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go with the McQueen character first.
Alrighty.
So
We can change the mood a little bit real quick.
yes. And I keep the quill made of shadows, and I put it away for now.
All right. You all get up onto the ship, and Gareth will begin rowing you all out there. Boris is strong enough to swim, no problem. Oh, Glenn and Kat are staying here. They're just reviewing and writing.
Yeah, I asked him, can we take the crystal ball in case we've run into more artifacts that may be returned? Because it said it would emanate if it was near artifacts.
Yeah, dude.
We take the crystal ball with us.
Oh, here you go, Monkey. And we'll just leave it up to Monkey.
All right.
He trusts Monkey the
thank
most
you.
out of everybody, so yeah.
Yep. Makes sense.
Yeah. So, you start rowing over onto the coastline, and as you get out there, you see that there is this very lovely portion of this lake that you all imagine would be an incredible place to vacation and just relax at. It's peaceful. There's nobody out here. It's just a beautiful, lush, white sandy beach with crystal clear waters on the lake itself. No foam, but you can see there's plenty of little bits of fish swimming around inside of the water itself, and there's a nice little fire pit out here as well, which would suggest somebody's been here more recently, but it looks to be a little rained on, and you all know that it hasn't rained in a couple of days, so they haven't used that fire in a couple of days. As you are nearing towards the lighthouse, you see that there is a metallic chain of iron that wraps around the lighthouse itself, and attached to forks stuck in the ground and sand around it, there are signs that read in 3 different languages, property of Oliver McQueen, do not enter. The languages are Common, Sylvan, and Orcish.
Lovely. Well, that's the man we need to talk to before we enter. Unless you guys want to just go breaking and entering. Oh, man, that's up to you guys.
I think we should talk to him. It might give us a little bit of intel too. And...
B&E, the first crime the party is not willing to do. Oh no, you guys have B&E'd before. Never mind.
Yeah, because I can just like get the door open, you know.
Who has the stupid perception? Reese.
Please.
Inside of the lighthouse, you see on the lower levels. Sorry, you can't see on the inside. There's no windows or anything on the lower levels. But towards the base of it, you see that side door that would lead inside. Has a pair of muddy boots just placed over onto the side.
Oh, like there's someone might be in there?
Yeah, but they didn't want to track mud inside.
I speak in thaumaturgy, right, to echo my voice.
Yep.
Hello! Is anyone in there?
The door slowly opens, and just a hand reaches out for the boots and slowly drags them inside. And then closes the door.
Wait! Is there anything separating us from the door?
Yeah, there's the fence that you guys just chose that you're not going to be in E, so you're...
Oh.
It's an iron chain that stops at around, like, your thigh.
Okay, DeMarco? Or is it McQueen? Give me a second.
This one is McQueen, Oliver.
Oliver McQueen, is that you?
Who's asking?
Rasand, Lavan, we're here.
Are you a collections agent?
No, I'm a cleric.
If you are a collections agent, you have to say that you are.
I'm not a collection agent. Trust me. I would let you know if I was a collection agent.
You see, on the door, there's a small window, and eyes peek up and look. Why is there so many of you?
Honestly, I probably look like a collection agent because I have my jacket
you
on,
do.
not my
Yeah.
armor. Yeah. They're my comrades. I asked Barnacle, that's how you guys say it, right? Your land? Comrades?
What do you want?
He's comrade, not comrade.
Comrades. We're here.
Say friends, asshole.
Yes, friends. I'm trying to culture myself.
Joey, you said about 30 feet to the door, right?
Yeah.
Can I connect his mind?
You're within 30 feet of the door, so yeah.
What is it? Is he thinking anything?
Oh, that's definitely a collections agent. They're trying to catch me. Shit. I'm so close to making my money back. I just need a couple more weeks. Fuck. Oh.
Just come out here and talk to us like a normal person. Honestly, if we wanted to get in there and enter your house, we would. Nothing would stop us. Just come out here and talk to us.
I, for legal purposes, can neither confirm nor deny that I am Oliver McQueen.
That's fine, okay? Other than honorable.
You can't serve
Oliver
somebody
McQueen.
legally unless you know that you are serving the proper individual.
That's not how that law works, but sure.
No, that's I read it. It was written. I read the law. That's how it works.
I'm just going to quickly say Oliver McQueen says what?
What? Shit!
We got him, boys. Get in.
Collect that money. No.
The
Just
door.
come out here and talk to us.
The eyes shrink down away from the door. Moment later, the door opens up and a halfling steps out, wearing what it looks to be acolyte's clothes, scholarly in nature. Scholar's clothes, not acolytes. When he looks out here, you see his very round-looking nose that has glasses that he has to keep pushing up. The glasses themselves have a break in the middle of them. And the right glass has a crack all the way across it as he looks out at each of you.
Do we look like collectors?
Yes.
I mean, I realized that I look like a collector, and it looks like I have two, like, strong arms that are meant to, like, rough someone up. And I go, oh, I guess we kind of do, huh? No, we're not collectors.
So what do you want?
We were interested in the lighthouse because we heard it was haunted.
Oh, well, it is. You can't be in here
What?
at nighttime or else it gets spoopy.
What race is this guy?
Halfling.
Halfling. I was hoping he was like an older race.
Nah, he's
Yeah, we're here.
pretty young.
We're here.
Halflings
in
live
regard-
fairly long, but he's pretty young. He might only be like 30 or 40.
Rasan looks at him like a short-lived race.
Yeah, fair.
Yes, we're here looking for anything about the lake, things that might be under the lake, the Mirror Weave Society. Those are the three things we're looking for, and we were told this is one of the older buildings.
Who told you all
we
this?
Our contacts don't need to be stated, but you understand. It's just for, purposes. Trust me. If we were collectors, we would have got the money by now.
Oh, I pay my
that
taxes. I never avoid my taxes. I
Well,
have
debt
paid.
collectors.
I'm working on it.
Yeah. Well, I don't care.
Okay. It's just it was a small
How
loan.
much are you
of-
in debt?
It's 6,000.
That's a lot of gold. That's a lot of gold. Anyways,
I fully intend on paying back every single cent. It's just I need to get my big breakthrough.
on what?
You're gonna steal it.
I am.
I can't trust you. And he runs back and slams the door shut. He's still just 30 feet away, and it's just the wooden door between you all and him.
I just
So
opened
connected to his mind.
the
Yeah.
fence.
All right, and then lock this, and then if I lock that, there's no way they can break through this door.
Okay. Well, just to prove that there's very little stopping us from entering your building, I knock on the door and it all opens with the knock spell.
Shit.
And I go, okay, now can we talk? Because as you can see, there's very little stopping us from entering.
Fucking shit. Ah. Fine. What?
Can I come in?
You never invite a vampire into your house. Don't you know anything?
I'm not a vampire.
I don't know what you are.
It's daytime.
You're clearly hiding yourself.
What do you mean? I've been straightforward with
take
you
a
this whole
step-
time.
Like, are we right outside his door?
Sure.
I take a step in through the threshold.
Still
I
not
was just
inviting
trying
in
to
the
support that.
vampire.
Oh my god, I'm tan skinned.
You're illusioned is what you are.
Okay, I'll talk to you right here. So here's the thing, right? We're here looking for information about the lake, anything that might be under the lake, or the Myth Weavers Academy, or the Mirror Weave Society, right? We're hoping to either commune with the ghost if it's haunted, exorcise the ghost, or handle the ghost, because that's something we just kind of do.
Well, I need the ghosts.
Yeah,
Well,
no, that makes sense. Yeah, now
makes
about this lighthouse, we also heard. Is it okay? It's okay. We can go there. Yeah.
You're at the
At the
lighthouse.
lighthouse.
Oh, at the lighthouse.
Yeah, yeah.
For some
Yeah.
reason. Okay.
He said you can't come here at night because that's when the ghosties come, and you all have about an hour or so before dusk.
All right, but we can be around here up until then, you know.
I would prefer you not be, but sure. It's. I need the specters. They know things.
That actually might be beneficial for our situation because we also need things from things that are long gone.
Okay. You actually believe all that bullshit about the Balera Academy and stuff like that. Samdi, you still connected to his mind. Oh, please say no. Please say no. It's mine. I want it.
Somebody's just gonna look over at Reese. And I'm going to just quickly connect to him with the earring. Yeah, he believes too.
Lovely. Yes. We 100% believe it. We've
God damn it.
contacted multiple artifacts that say they're from there.
Wait, you've been communing with artifacts?
Yes.
Oh,
I've mentioned before, I am a cleric.
right. But most clerics don't know how to talk to, you know. Most clerics don't even know what their religion's about nowadays, you know.
Truthfully, I knew rudimentary knowledge, and it was my first time actually having to do it a couple of hours ago, thanks to that man right there. And I punched his monkey. But ultimately, yes, I can commune with artifacts that have spirits in them.
Okay.
Right. If you bring up most clerics don't even know their religion, I can educate you on Asmodeus, but I don't think you.
I
seem
am
like the type that really
fully
care.
researched completely on Asmodeus. He is the one that I
Yes.
am borrowing funds from.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Then
I just again feel the earring. So you are technically eligible to collect.
Nope, you are
I
not a
am.
collector. You are not a collector.
I can't unfortunately make a deal with him then because he's already sold down to someone else.
But
He's about to do that.
you know who is collectors. You just
Yeah,
that's not your job. You create the
that's
contracts.
not my job.
You're not the person who goes out and hunts them down.
I go. That's the case. I'm sorry that you're in debt with those guys. I can't help you with that. But ultimately, I can at least utilize my ability to commune with certain spirits if you allow that. But we're mostly here for information on the Academy and the Mirror Weave Society.
See, that's something you must have talked to one of the dead about.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, by the looks of it, from what I've been able to glean, it was a club of students.
Before you continue, can we come in? Because if you're trying to hide your secrets, saying stuff out loud in the open probably isn't the way to go.
Oh, yeah, good call. I don't trust you're not a vampire.
I'm not a vampire.
I will grab Reese and drag him in here.
Oh, okay, you're not a vampire. Just
cordial. I'm just cordial.
Technically, would not him being pulled through the threshold by Samdi not be an implied invitation?
No. See, the owner of a residence has to be the one who invites in order to allow somebody sanctuary inside of their home. As stated by the laws of the vampires, it is only based upon the ownership that somebody is allowed to actually innate and come in towards the threshold, as was created through the light bearer.
Okay, just to make it easier for you, I'm gonna snap my fingers, take the full fiend form as per my glamour bard ability, and then drop it immediately. Does that help you?
Oh yeah, you're not a vampire. Yeah.
Oh God, why am I surrounded by these people?
You know.
What do you mean, these people?
In nature.
Idiots is what I mean, not
I
you specifically.
am incredibly
Yes, you
intelligent.
are very intelligent.
I am an expert in ancient history and magics. I am a renowned scholar across this realm, and I've been studying since the ripe age of 13.
And
You're
you're
hiding in a decrepit lighthouse.
I am researching in a decrepit lighthouse. I'm not like all those other scholars who waits for the books to be delivered to them. I go out and I seek my knowledge.
And
You know what? Actually, I respect that. Good for you. Would you like us to help you with the ghosts?
Yes. If That's a good point. You help me capture 3 ghosts tonight.
Okay, so if you're asking, what do you mean capture
Or 3
these
specters.
ghosts?
Oh, I can set up I have a spell scroll of a magic circle. We just need to get them inside, and then I can do it. The problem is, these specters are very aggressive. So I've been having troubles. I've already gone through 2 other spell scrolls, and I'm down to 1 more. I need you all to be my bait.
Right, afraid no ghost.
I was stopping myself.
The politically correct terminology is specter, as I cannot discern if they are specifically of the ghost incorporeal nature or if they belong to any other definable feature of dead, undead, or spirituality.
Hang on.
Lovely.
Cat's with us, yeah?
Nope, she's on the island.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, y'all have to 4-man this shit.
Yep,
Yeah.
she's on the
It's not
island.
that.
With,
She has
with,
magic circle.
Yeah, he has a spell scroll.
He has a spell scroll. He wants 3 of these damn spookadooks in here.
Yeah. You guys got
Yeah.
We
this.
just do the thing. We set up the circle. We run through it multiple times, and while they're Scooby-Doo chasing us, they'll get trapped.
So here's the thing with that, is that the spell scroll has to be used while they're already in the circle to activate, right? To trap something in.
Also, doesn't the spell scroll still have a casting time of 1 minute?
The scroll itself, he can finish as you get them into that area, but you have to drag them into the area.
Oh, he'll set up the silver.
it's a 10 by 10, right?
Yeah.
Area, if I remember right, 10 by 10.
Yep. So you have to
Fine, yes,
force 3
we'll
specters into a small area. Hey, it's combat, guys. You know.
Yeah.
Fine, yes, we will act as your bait.
Awesome.
What do we get out of this?
You get to ask me questions that clearly you need answered.
And we could have some fun.
Need is a strong word, but would like.
Okay. I look at Samdi and I go, we can just take quite the answers. You know that, right? Like, I'm telling him in his head, right? Because we have the things.
I know that look. Don't you dare.
just say the word. I could just rip his heart out. He'll have to tell us everything at that point.
Fucking stop it. We are being nice today.
Ew.
I never agreed to that.
Okay. Due to my compatriot opposed to ripping your heart out and forcing you to tell us, we will help you. But if you screw us over, I will rip your heart out. Deal?
You're the worst.
Me?
Deal. I am not
Okay.
intending to screw over anybody, but you are my bait.
Yes.
That is fine. Alrighty, so we just need to set up inside of this lighthouse to get everything situated. What do you need answered? What questions do you have pertaining to the society or the academy?
Before I forget, so during this deal, right, we're gonna act as bait, and you will tell us everything that you know about the society. And
He
the
will
deal,
answer
as long as we
all
help you.
questions you have pertaining to it. He won't
Okay.
tell you everything because you will be sitting and spending a week of downtime as he gives you a lecture. Like
Okay. Okay.
he researches. So you ask him questions, he'll answer them.
Okay.
And
I was
you
just
can
saying if
ask
I
him
need-
now since you have signed a fiendish contract with him.
Yeah, I
'cause
was
you
about
have
to ask
uphold
him
your
if okay, yeah, because I was about to guess him too. Just to be on the safe side. I don't know. It's just how I do things.
Do you really think
But-
this little book nerd is an issue for you guys?
Yeah, you're right.
The only reason he's
Um,
not pissing his pants is because halflings aren't afraid of shit.
Yeah, if he signed a finished contract, that's fine because it means I can always find him.
Yeah, verbal contract or contracts. All right, so what
yes.
questions you guys got? When do you need to know?
What do you know about the Mirror Weave Society?
So, the Mirror Weave Society, as was written in a couple of select books that I've been able to discover over time, were a new group of students who, Well, they were wondering what lied beyond the weave itself. And they were interested in, well, seeing how that power would flow more differently, as well as uproot any corruption within their academy walls. You know, certain teachers seemed a little more eccentric than others, and they weren't positive that the purposes of the school were being pursued as they once were written into the school itself. So the society started mirroring what they peered as the weave of magic. As it was understood back then, magic was a free-flowing obstacle that you could pull from anywhere in the realms into a designated location. The weave that they had was like he takes out a piece of chalk and starts drawing on the floor. It was connections from one point to another, everything interlocking and connecting towards themselves. The weave changed suddenly and drastically around the same time that this society came into being. And the weave went from a connection to a net to encapsulate everything. And there are theories behind if that was in order to keep people restricted and inside, or was it to keep something out?
I feel like this is information that Glenn needs. How do you feel about after we're done with this situation, you coming back with us to the hut we were staying at in the lake?
I was warned not to go anywhere near that hag.
She's actually quite a sweet old lady. Well, young maid lady? I
A
don't know.
hag?
She's not a hag. She's just a loner. I have not lied to you yet.
Excellent cook. Good personality.
Excellent, fantastic cook. You're alone. She's alone. I mean, you guys might like
Great.
each other. Who knows?
Well, let's not go too far.
I meant like each other as in like, company.
But she's a great listener. Fantastic.
Very.
Phenomenal just to have around.
Pan over
Yeah,
to
I
her
feel
sitting
like-
on the island just listening to Monkey's I Love Yous in her
Yeah,
ear.
I feel like you could tell her all about your theories and she would generally be interested.
Well, of course, my theories are incredibly interesting. I wouldn't mind going back over there, but yeah, so long as it doesn't interrupt my work.
Of course. I just feel like our friend that is actually from that academy might be interested in this information.
Wait, you have somebody who's from the Blair Academy?
Yes, but he doesn't quite remember anything. He gets like flashes here and there.
Oh.
So I feel like
That
it'd
would be an
better-
incredible asset.
Question. How long ago did the academy stop?
a century.
Between 1,300 and 1,250 years ago.
1,300 years ago?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a couple decades. Okay.
Couple decades? What? A
Thought
decade
it
is
was
10 years.
a couple decades. Quite a bit.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Couple. A lot.
Couple.
A whole
A
fuck
lot
ton.
of centuries.
If you have somebody from that, then okay. We have to find a way to get back down there. Or down there.
We're hoping that going there might trigger him to remember a few things.
Yes. Yes. And in times of peril and distress, the mind can be forced to relive different circumstances. Trauma specifically, we can just traumatize him. That shouldn't be that big of an issue.
That is somewhat of our specialty.
Traumatizing.
Good.
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
Does he know anything about the glowing algae? The aquatic
might.
denizens? The mystical runes.
Well, Portas, he doesn't remember anything. Don't you understand, little guy?
Well, how do you know he's from it if he doesn't remember anything?
Because he gets flashes, and it's where all of his investigations on his past has led us to.
Question.
What about the guardian spirits? Has he said anything about guardian spirits?
These things, and I flip over to the page that has them.
Oh, yes! Yes! Oh, so man of culture. Very good read. Yes. They're real. And they
We've
are
heard
incredibly
stories.
dangerous.
Like, not just these. There's a old fisherman that told us about lights in the water when he was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Seem to correlate time-wise. Yeah, so the glowing spirits of the possibly dead. Or, some other form of spiritual purgatory.
That's my theory. My theory is that some of the scholars and students who were bound by the ruining of magic for what they were doing are now kept there as spirits to protect it, like it's still their home. Like anybody would want to protect their home, right, out of instinct, and you need to do that. But if you're corrupted and you are transformed into a magical state, that's what you would do, right? Like I believe that's what a normal person would do, right?
Yes, I pull out the music box. Some of them are bound in artifacts of this.
Bound to artifacts. May I?
Are you a caster of any sorts?
Rudimentary.
Can you see invisible?
No.
Okay.
Well,
Huh.
kind of. These glasses I got let me see a lot of things.
Can you see into the ethereal plane is the big question.
I don't believe so. What it shows me when magic is present, like I can see auras of it.
Oh,
Yep.
that's nice.
Well, that's how I knew you were lying. Here's illusion. And he puts it back on and looks at the object. Oh, that is a tremendous amount of necrotic energies.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
There's a spirit of a performer in there from the Belair Academy.
Oh, we need to bring that with us as well.
There's a couple of them at the hut that we're bringing up. We brought it with you.
Oh, we're going to have so much fun. All right, so we still need to learn more about these guardians specifically. Like, when I tried, I got a couple of potions of water breathing before, right? And as an emergency, I brought a scroll with me for water walking. And when I went down there to pursue it, these guardians were attacking me relentlessly, and I tried escaping, but I had to use water walk to propel me back to the surface away from them.
Oh. He didn't get the bends?
What?
Nothing. So, okay, so you know where we have to go then in the lake. We're not just going to be exploring the lake like a bunch of mendejos. You know?
I know where they start to appear, but I didn't get to see the academy. What I did see was down there was this bioluminescent algae that just gave off like a... You understand how underwater sound is different, right? It was like a vibration that was eerie.
I mean, as long as if you have a general location, though, that's still an asset that we need. So if that's the case, yes, I think that's an excellent idea. So once we're done with this whole your spirit thing, we bind these spirits. You can come with us to the hut and the island, and you can tell some of your theories to Glenn. Maybe it'll trigger something, Glenn.
Glenn? Like Glenn Strider?
No.
Who ends?
Maybe. We haven't decided yet.
He means Father Jack.
Father Jack is his other saying.
Oh, your dad. Your dad's the student?
No, he's a priest.
Oh, more priests. Okay.
Yeah. There's a priest of that guy, and I point to his monkey.
Okay. So we
That's
need to learn.
Not worth getting into. I do have one question.
Yeah. Please.
So the academy is at the bottom of Fukai Lake, right?
Supposedly.
What
Unconfirmed.
Allegedly.
Supposedly. Yes. Yeah.
What is stopping us from, like, how feasible would it be for us to drain the lake?
No, that would be horrific.
You would destroy the entirety of this town's income by doing that,
Well,
Markov.
and not to mention the water. It's a necessary lake of a pharaoh. This is a process for the salt water to be transformed into fresh water that provides drinking water all the way up and down this coastline, and not to mention to drain this entire lake. You would, I mean,
How does the lake have
years.
anything to do with turning salt water into fresh water? We're upstream from the fucking sea.
Yes, the seawater goes into the Shinrin Rest, and then the Shinrin Rest has it go through the low falls down into our lakes itself, which makes us
What?
fresh. Yeah, it
How the-
converts.
How the fuck does the sea get to Shinrin Rest?
Oh, from underground.
If you keep going
Bruh.
north, it goes into the mountains.
Bruh, the geology of this world is fucked.
There's underground shit.
That's-
Underground, underwater shit.
Here's another lesson for you. Don't question anything, and you won't.
Yeah, I
You
assume
can
it's
look that
the
out.
oceans of the Underdark, you know?
Fine, whatever. My thought process was if we could somehow, like, use earth to stone over a couple of weeks to, like, divert the river, drain the lake, it saves us having to try and breathe underwater.
That would be cataclysmic to the environment and the people that rely on this for income.
That
I-
was not what I was asking. I was asking if it was feasibly possible.
Yes, but that would be like a bioterrorist type of attack. I'm pretty
It would
sure
have
the
the income.
Valen would have something to say about that.
That would change the income.
Eh.
They'd have to convert to a communistic society. I don't know if you're down for that.
Think of all the additional employment
Smiles in
opportunities
Russia.
that could be found from mining the bottom of the lake. They would just simply convert their skill set. Anyway, if
Become a
it's
salt
not
town.
if it's not a practical solution, then fine, whatever. I was just asking just to save us
I
some
love
effort
it.
in the long run. Short-term hard work, long-term easy time.
Mhm. I think that's an excellent idea in theory. It's just a little bit hard to be practiced if it helps. And I feel like there'd be a long-term consequences, but I love it. I love the thought process for sure.
We could open a portal to the plane of water at the bottom of the lake. It drains. Or to the plane of fire, it just evaporates. We have options. Someone get
Yes.
Tal'Dorei on the phone.
Flood the plate of fire. Let's go.
Flood the plane of fire.
Oh, it's only a few billion liters of water. It'll be fine.
Oh my
And
god.
I also, you know,
Tal'Dorei,
Sure.
how would you like a fountain in your palace?
A fire, yes.
No.
What were you saying,
Of
something?
steam.
so if it doesn't just evaporate on contact with a plane of fire, it's going to kill just hundreds, if not thousands, of elementals because
One
they
shot.
will actually die in their own plane and die for real.
Man, if this was an XP-based campaign,
That's the way to do it. That would be the way to do it.
how much
Yeah.
XP do I get for nuking the plane of fire with a
As much as you need. Like-
You want to be level 20? Here, be level 20. Now deal with the consequences.
Sure, there won't be any.
I mean, I
consequences.
was thinking that when I was playing Baldur's Gate. There's a situation where you cause the deaths of like several thousand CR5 creatures in an instant. I'm like, where's my XP for this? Where's my XP for this?
Where's my XP? What the fuck? But yes, it's a good thought process. Not very practical though.
It's a
Also, we
horrible
do
thought
have enough
process.
potions, and when
Hear me.
we do have potions at least. So,
Oh,
and I'm assuming it's not gonna all be underwater, right? Because air pockets are a thing. So, luckily, maybe the
How
room was
stale is that there? Really?
What?
Yeah, you're right. Oh, air comes through oxygen. It does transfer through water. That's why fish can breathe, or fish can drown. As weird as that sounds.
You're not wrong. Yeah, okay. Worst case scenario, we can teleport out. Cool.
Yes,
All right, little man,
I am power.
lead the way.
So we'll
Well,
deal with your phantom
what do I
problem
have?
first.
Can I drown in gaseous form?
Yes.
The answer to that is no, right? Yes?
Yes.
You don't have lungs.
Oh, wait, no. No, wait, hang on. I think water becomes a solid surface to me.
Oh no, you can't penetrate the water. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would just... Oh, well, no, I just bubble to the surface.
Yeah. It's a good way to escape plan.
See you guys.
Deuce. Anyways, he will. I mean, you guys said you have potions to breathe down there, right? That means
Yes.
however long you can be down there, we have to triangulate the specific location that we are trying to get to in order to get there before the potions would expire before leaving. I do have a spell scroll of Water Walk,
I
which
can target many people.
would also eject us from the water to the surface like that.
We get some chains and make some anchors for each one of us so that we go immediately down quickly.
Yeah.
That
That's
is,
actually not a bad idea.
I mean, all you have, if you can breathe water, you just swallow the water and you'll.
Yeah, but that all that weight will hopefully pull us down quicker.
Yeah, just stuff a bunch of rocks in your pockets or something.
Yeah.
I've heard
mean,
some
if we
horror
also need
stories
to-
about that. I think
If
there
we
was
also
a
need
writer.
to make a quick escape, I also have the power to just kind of get us out of there. I am
Oh, you have water walk too. Nice.
a little bit more advanced, but yes,
It's water dancing.
teleport.
Oh, wow, big shot here.
Yes.
Lots of spells.
Not really.
Alrighty.
I'm
Well,
kind of the shit, you know.
I'm kind of a big fucking deal.
I'm kind of a big deal back where I'm from, you know.
all right. So, you guys need to set up your trap.
It's your trap. We're just your bait.
Well, I mean, if I'm willing to work alongside you guys to execute this properly, right?
Yes.
So let me
Okay.
get the map for y'all real quick. Dark House Throne, Dark House Passage,
I can also. What? Okay. So, Joey, question about the physics of your world involving lightning damage and being underwater.
There's no extra dice, or it doesn't affect everybody, just to make it easier.
Okay, cool. Just
'Cause
wanna know that
then
I'm not
there-
gonna accidentally kill everyone if I do that.
But fire spells deal half damage underwater.
There.
A fireball underwater is mostly like the, and then it's gone.
Are you utilizing your hammer or are you utilizing your spear?
The answer to my Joey's answer to my question would dictate my answer to that.
Okay.
Also, the spear does piercing damage, which I believe isn't fucked over by being underwater.
Melee damage in general is not fucked over by being underwater. You're at disadvantage to attack if you don't have a swim speed, but
No.
the damage is not.
Well,
What?
it's like specific weapons usually.
Yeah, I swear I remember reading that like
Yeah.
spears, tridents, piercing weapons, because you're
Dagger.
thrusting, you're not as
So the way I've always
resisted
ruled it
by
is if you are not proficient,
thrusting.
if you don't have a swim speed, you're at disadvantage with weapon attacks.
Okay,
Mm.
cool.
If you don't have a swim speed, you're at disadvantage. Just like, yes, thrusting is easier than swinging a hammer, but if you don't know how to like gain your momentum and use your force underwater, you suck at it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna respec as Aquaman
as
And we'll be good.
Aquaman.
Aquaman?
Aquaman.
Aquaman. Should have been a trident. I knew it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I shall respec as Aquaman.
No. That's copyright issue. Aquaman. There you go.
As Waterboy.
That's Waterboy. Okay, yeah. So I like that idea though. Yes. So tell us how you want to set up this trap. You obviously have theories. I can bless us, that way we can resist like certain attacks. And also, what kind of ghost are we talking about here, if you don't mind me asking?
Specters in general. I am
He doesn't know
unsure
yet.
if they're specific denomination. I haven't been able to get that close of a look before they tried ripping me apart and killing me. That's why I broke my glasses.
Ah.
So,
How powerful these things can be. I look at Bartikov. Don't you have a thing? They're trying to get a power level on these things.
When they arrive, yes.
Okay.
so this is like the little entryway in. Yes, we used this map before, but we're just recycling it because I'm not going to have 30 windmill maps or lighthouse maps. This is where you entered in before. This is the little room off to the side. This is the staircase that leads all the way to the top. And this is the large inside base of the lighthouse itself.
Mm-hmm. I've actually never seen this map, so this is kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, this is where,
Everyone died.
yeah, everyone died.
Death.
So yeah, I just need a 10-foot area that I can have the circle drawn and ready, and then finish the incantation, and then it'll go through.
Probably right here would be good. No,
You can draw on the map if you guys.
what do you guys think? How do you guys do that option where you can draw shapes? Oh, there it is. Found it. Never mind. Yeah. So, would you guys say like right here's good? Oh, that works. Oh, oops.
All right, so
Yeah.
if we're setting it up there, then I have to hide somewhere nearby. Oh, you deleted both of them.
There's a grain sack there you could hide in.
I mean, I know I could, but like.
Because it's a 10.
Oh yeah, this is your first time fucking with the new measuring tools, right, Monkey? They're great.
Yeah, trying to do it, but it
Yeah.
disappears as soon as I let go.
Hold shift.
Yeah, how do you do those?
So you hold shift, and then now release. It'll stay. But if you try making another one, it'll go away. Bart, under the measure tool,
Nice.
there's line, square, circle, cone.
Oh, and snapped a corner.
Yeah. Welcome back, Carl. You guys are trying to set up your ambush against the specters.
10-foot radius. Would you guys say like right here would be good?
Yeah, just right in the center. We'll sort of gather them to us, and
Yeah, because it's 10 feet.
what's his nuts can like hide under a table in the corner.
Yeah.
We could put it like next to a doorway,
Like
or,
right
in
here?
front of a doorway. So like if we're, like I said, if we do the whole, Scooby-Doo run, we go through that doorway. They're right behind us. Fucking McQueen over there cast a circle. Bada bing, bada boom.
And we just grapple them.
Well, they're ghosts. It's a little harder to grapple.
Oh. No, we said specters.
They're like the same thing, right?
No, there's many different things they could be. It's
But the thing they share in common is you probably can't grapple a ghost. I mean, maybe you can. Maybe there's an oil out there you can like rub yourself down with, touch them. But like, I don't know.
if only we had a monk. They got magic
Yep.
hands. They can grapple ghosts.
They got magic hands. Yeah.
Funny thing you said.
So like
No.
right. Do you get? Then you said by the door then, Carl, or sorry, Samdi.
Yeah, if we're just talking about like positioning them, funneling them into a certain place, we'll have McQueen somewhere he can see the doorway in and of itself. So like, yeah, we maneuver them around so that they follow us through one door or another. That's another issue. What if they're just they're incorporeal and they just move through a fucking thing? I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I feel like kind of centering it would be better, just that way to prevent them from going through walls when we're fighting them or attempting to deal with them. Because like where it is right here, it can just kind of go through that door and attack us through this door, the walls, you know?
Yeah, I think we should have the relatively central, and then
Like right there.
when they turn up, we can shoot them or something. I have ways of pulling them as well, unless they're completely pathetically weak.
Yeah, unfortunately I can't command undead, so I mean command
We need
magic.
to make sure we don't cross the streams.
100%. I don't know what you mean by that, but I assume it's a reference to some magic you have.
Well, it's true.
Well, if you're trying to get them in there, I would highly recommend you get them in there without leaving yourself in there. Because then they're gonna rip you apart, or you're gonna have to kill them, and we can't have them be destroyed. I need to talk to them. So,
Also, as a heads up, magic circle affects me, so just keep that in mind. As per the thing, it affects me.
technically a monkey, supposedly.
Yeah.
We test it out now, right now.
Monkey, get in the circle.
I would tell McQueen
Cage
a favor.
match.
If I'm in the circle, don't do it because it will seal me in there because of my fiendish nature.
Don't get in the circle.
I mean, I might be in the circle for a split second. I'm not like going to get in there and just, you know what I mean?
I don't.
Just be cognizant of me.
I'll wait until you give me the go-ahead, and then I will pop out from a bag of grain and do it.
Yeah, half of us can speak can speak directly in your mind, so we'll be fine.
Wait, are you guys those like mind readers?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm a lawman.
Shit.
not a debt collector, a lawman.
Do other debt collectors get that?
So my magic, I don't think so.
Okay, good. Whew.
It's like my power was because I was kind of born with it. I just didn't choose to hone it like that over there.
You point at Somdi, who's just...
Yeah.
It's also kind of like when you're dealing with them, you have to if you ask them, they have to tell you.
Yeah. So, when I look at zombies, sometimes I see like how I could have veered. But
I don't know what you're
nevertheless,
talking about.
I could have become a crocodile. No, I'm just kidding. But yes, let's set ourselves up because I know we're gonna have to harass these spirits for them to come down and attack us. So,
Alrighty.
is there
Well-
anything specifically they don't like?
Light. Light seems to infuriate them, and they also tend to move. They don't come out during daylight, but like firelight infuriates them.
Oh my God! Do I know the different kinds of ghosts there are?
Do you? Are you proficient in religion?
I'm a jack of all trades, and I
Roll a
do
religion
read.
check.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, this is gonna like suck. Okay. I'm gonna roll with my in-game advantage.
Go for it, because we're pretty much done.
Religion.
Yeah, you
Natural
know.
20.
You know.
They're shadows. Oh my lord. attack the weakest of our strengths. I look at them. Do they not have forms? Do they look kind of shadow-like when they attack you?
Well, I can't really see in the dark, so I don't know what the fuck they look like.
Oh my lord. Okay, well, now we
Why?
know.
What do you think they are?
I think they're shadows. Shades. Shadows. Stuff like
Shades?
that. Yes. They attack your, they drain your strength and give you muscle and atrophy faster.
Well, that sounds pretty bad.
Well, on the plus side, it would take a minimum of 5 attacks from them to kill me.
Yo. I love it. I pull my armor out and yell out crisp, and it attaches to me. Okay, so we at least know what we're kind of dealing with. So, yeah. Yeah.
Actually, I think what you're thinking of might be different. These are, by the sounds of it, shadow might be reasonable, but it could be any form of aberration of a shadow. That could be shades, that could be shadows, shadow demons, a shadow horror. Yeah.
Considering you said that they're some kind of spirit, I don't think it's a shadow demon because shadow demons.
He never used spirit, he said specter.
Spectre, yeah.
Meaning incorporeal creature from beyond. That's why he used the politically correct term.
Yeah, I don't think it's a shadow demon. Out of all the things it could possibly, like,
Well,
I want to know
also-
about demons and devils, it wouldn't.
Remember that shadows are like pathetically weak compared to us.
Oh.
So yeah, I get this isn't a combat encounter. Isn't going to be a combat encounter where we're actually at risk of physical harm, other than strength draining potentially. But like a single slap from any of us would instantly kill them.
A shadow's
Yeah.
dead in 1 round to monkey. All 3 shadows are dead to 1 round to a monkey. That's done.
But our goal isn't to kill them. Our goal is to trap them. Is the thing. So that's the hard part.
Bless you.
Yeah, shadow
Thank you.
demons is an option. Shadow horrors would be horrifying because they're like CR9. But equally, Joey's more than capable of tweaking and twerking his way through a NPC sheet. So.
And if you end up sensing if you do have your sensing thing, if it pops Fey, we know it's like a shadow boxer, right? Like stuff like that. So
Yeah. That could be interesting.
Well,
we'll be all right.
guys,
Yes.
I think if you guys are happy with your preparations, place yourselves wherever you would like to be here, and then we'll give the other players an opportunity to do the same next week. We can call the session here a little early for what I like doing, and I'm sorry I keep doing it, but I didn't know until this morning that we were 4-manning it without the main character. So, players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you had a great time. Bye.
Bye.